Welcome, dear students. Today we will continue with the chapter New Empires and Kingdoms, and this is the last chapter of our syllabus. The topic we are going to see: literacy and education, charity, the rulers of southern region. Okay, these are different topics. Okay, keep in mind: literacy, education, charity, the rulers of the southern region. Okay, these are the topics we are going to see today. Let us continue. Literacy and education. Okay, so we have been studying about Harsh Vardhana. Okay, he was a great ruler, we have seen. Okay, he was a great ruler. He was a literate himself, a literate person himself. He was literate himself and even composed famous plays like Ratnavali and Nagananda. Keep in your mind. Okay, these are the plays he had composed. Who? Harsha Vardhana. Okay. Next, during his rule, nearly a quarter of the revenue was spent on education. Keep in your mind. Okay. During his rule, nearly a quarter of the revenue was spent on what? On education. This point you have to remember. And how much he spent? Quarter of the revenue. So much money was spent for the education. Okay. Nalanda became a world famous seat of higher learning at that time. Keep in mind, Nalanda in Bihar it is. Okay. According to the Chinese scholar Huang Sheng, this person says, what he says? He says more than 15,000 students were getting free education at Nalanda. How many? 15,000 students were in Nalanda. Keep in your mind. Okay. There were over 1,000 teachers. Keep in your mind that also. Over 1,000 teachers and more than 50 subjects were being taught at the university. Okay, that you have to remember. Next, the selection process for candidates seeking admission was strict. Okay, just about 10 to 20% of the candidates applying for admission could secure seat. Those who were good at studies only were able to secure the seat in that university. The revenue from 100 villages was embarked, used. Okay, from how many villages? 100 villages. Okay, for this institution, for Nalanda University, so much revenue was used for this institution for the purpose of education. Okay. Besides this, there were other centers of learning at Vikramashila and Kashi. These are the places also. There were places for learning. Okay. Now, we are going to see the charity. What Harsha Vardhana did the charity. King Harsha Vardhana had a kind heart. Very kind heart. Okay. That is why he was a great person. As we see, he wanted everyone's education and everyone should come up in life. Okay, he used to hold a puja. Keep in mind, we are seeing charitable person, means charity, used to do the charity, and automatically see he was a prayerful person also. He used to do the puja at Prayag. Okay, Prayag every 5th year and gave away lots of wealth to the needy. Okay, he gave away. The writings of Huang Sheng state that 643 CE Common Era, at one such prayer meeting, he even gave away his personal jewels and clothes. That charitable person he was. Okay. Next we see he later borrowed some from his sister to cover himself up. Later on he borrowed something from something, dress code, whatever it is, from his sister to cover himself. Okay, that much charitable person he was. He also begged on the streets after giving away all his wealth. Begged on the street after giving away all his wealth. Such was his magnanimity for the welfare of citizens of his kingdom. Okay, welfare of citizens of his kingdom. Today political leaders should be following this pattern. Country will. The rulers of the southern region, keep in mind, now you are going to see the rulers of the southern region. The Prashatis found in the southern region tell us about the Pallavas and the Chalukyas, who were the famous dynasties of the southern region in India during this period. Okay, Pallavas and Chalukyas are here. Okay, next we will see. The Pallavas ruled their kingdom from their capital city Kanchipuram. Keep in mind, Kanchipuram, where the capital city of Pallavas. Their kingdom spread around the Kaveri Delta. Okay, around the Kaveri Delta, around that this kingdom was spreaded. Okay, next we are going to see the Chalukyas. Okay, the Chalukyas had their capital where Aihole. Okay, Aihole was the capital of Chalukyas, which lies in modern day North Karnataka. Okay, the temples and inscriptions on stone reveal that there was general prosperity. Okay, the Chalukyas and the Pallavas frequently attacked each other. When you see, it happens like that. Why? Because suppose Chalukyas are now coming up, developing fast, then automatically Pallavas will feel like attacking. Sometimes Chalukyas will feel jealous of these Pallavas, they will attack them. Okay, so that is what we see. The administration was sound and well coordinated. Administration was sound and well coordinated. Keep in your mind. The famous king of Chalukyas was Pulakeshin II. Pulakeshin II was the famous king of these Chalukyas. It was Pulakeshin II who thwarted an attempt of Harshvardhana to capture areas to south of the Narmada river. Okay, he thwarted and attempted, okay, of Harshvardhana to capture the area called Narmada rivers. Okay, the Prashati found here was written by, keep in mind, Pulakeshin's court poet. Okay, his name was Ravikirti. Okay, who wrote the poet? Okay, Prashati was written by Ravikirti. Okay, this person is Ravikirti, his name. Okay, he is a poet. He had described the king's successive attack along both the west and east coast in his poem. Okay, next we'll see the victories of Chalukya king on Pallavas was not long lived. Okay, I told you they used to attack each other, but Chalukyas had defeated Pallavas somewhere or the other, but it was not long lived. Okay, soon the region saw the rise of Rashtrakutas. Rashtrakutas are coming up here now again. Okay, and the Cholas, about whom you shall study later. Keep in your mind. Okay, Cholas also came up at that time. Rashtrakutas already came. Cholas also will be coming up soon. Okay, so Chalukyas and Pallavas are enemies, but they did not last long, and Chalukyas' win over Pallavas was not long because this Rashtrakuta and Cholas came up. Okay, so thank you dear students, have a great day.